because the darkness of the light defines you. It's what you were born. You were born that way. You were born a dark soul, or you were born a light soul. Every person on earth is born either a sinner or a saint. We are not sinners because we commit sins. We commit sins because we were born sinners in the first place. People do not go to hell because of the sins they commit on the outside. People go to hell because of the sinful nature they're born with on the inside. All the sinful deeds on the outside are simply revealing the sinful nature that you were born with to start with. Those aren't what's sending you to hell. They're just the symptoms of the real problem inside that's sending you to hell. And saints don't go to heaven because of the deeds that they do on the outside. Saints go to heaven because of the saintly souls that they have on the inside. How did they get that saintly soul on the inside? You are what you're born. If you're born a saint, then you have a saint's nature inside you and you do saintly deeds on your way to heaven. If you're born a sinner, then you have a sinner's nature inside you and you do sins on your way to hell. So it's all a matter of how were you born? Were you born a sinner or a saint? That's it. That's the whole thing right there. Now, the obvious question comes up, well, then who's born a sinner and who's born a saint? You want the good news first or the bad news? Okay, I'll give you the bad news first. Everybody's born a sinner. Every single human being that has two mortal parents comes into this world dragging a sin nature inherited through our ancestors all the way back to Adam and Eve. We can't help it. There wasn't anything we did to make ourselves be born this way, but there it is. We all enter this world with sin as our nature and hell as our default destination. Okay, well, if everybody's born a sinner, then who's born a saint? Everybody who's born again is born a saint. Everybody who at some time in their life says, I don't like being a sinner. I don't like being darkness inside. I don't like hell being my default destination. I don't like doing all of these sins and not able to help myself. I want God to change me. I want God to transform me, to fix me, to turn me into what I need to be. And he comes with a repentant heart, and he believes that Christ died on the cross to pay the penalty for his sins, and that Christ rose from the grave to give him a new life as well. Every person who does that is immediately born again, and all of a sudden, it's like God just screwed the light bulb into the live socket, and Christ is the live socket, and you and I, we're the dark bulbs, and then he just screws us into Christ, and the light comes on in our lives.